Alright, so rounded up, currently sitting at 86% win rate. I don't want to risk that, so what we're going to do is review the one loss of this week. This was the first ranked match as well, but I lost this one and then won 6 in a row. Oh, that was bad birds. I need to work on. Sometimes I can land my birds really well at odd angles, or like, well, I'm just came off the zip line and I'm flying super fast. Yeah, it was bad kill. But also, while it's just so hard to not hit the edges of things in this fucking game. Yesterday at watching the fight night event, one of the pros was doing some high-speed maneuvering and got caught on the edge of a wall that didn't look like it had any kind of edge to be catching people with, and of course ended up dying because of it. And 6 other comments in the chat. I was like, man, hope they fix the walls. And then a bunch of other people popped up in chat, same sentiment. So it's just one of those things. Like, being near the walls is dangerous because you'll get stuck, but being out in the open is dangerous because you'll get shot. So having bird maxed out, keep in mind the cooldown, trying to just send the birds out as often as I get them. And again, just trying to make sure I get at least a decent line. I'm always glad when I can hit both of them. But yeah, it's really hard to hit from long distance. So you got to get in a little bit closer, which is obviously really dangerous to do as Vindicta. And then even if you do manage to hit one of them, if the other one isn't, you know, in a straight line or within a certain radius, I don't know exactly how the bounces proc. But see, that time I got both of them, and Shiv was far to the left and slightly ahead, so it's weird. It's weird. I just try and get him in a straight line if possible. That seems to work best. Alright, so Infernus is 4.7k. I'm 1,000 down from our lane opponents. And yeah, just trying to keep up the pressure at this point. Getting way too close, but again, getting birds 2 in a row. Infernus finally got a good ult. He had been sitting on that ult for many minutes. I thought about asking him to use it, but half the time when you ask people to do something like that, they just, I don't know if it's out of spite or just stupidity that they run in and waste their stuff. So I've just stopped asking people to use their things and decided to be patient. Grab bridge buffs. Up for 40 seconds at that point. That was an awful shot. Trying to throw everything I can right now to make them go away.
Get the drop on them. This is just the beginning.
The thing about playing down like this is that it's mentally draining as well. You know, at least I am. I've got my main focus on the game, of course, but in the back of the mind, it's always, well, how are we gonna come back from this? Where's the best place to put pressure at? What items do I need to be building, you know, to come back from the back foot? How can I do the most damage without having my full gun build going? And the answer to that 99 times is build out the birds, you know, improve cooldown and duration, and then just start that countdown. As soon as you throw birds, start the, you know, look at your timer, and then know that's you have to realize that's what your timer is. So 8 seconds, right? You got to count down, and you're at 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You throw it again, and you know, just knowing your abilities, and if you are consistently putting the birds down, and you will hopefully land. The more often you know, when you miss 100% of the shots you don't take, that's a very lucky long range birds right there. And so Shiv has been kept down close to half health thanks to, you know, the birds sitting on. At this point I should have bought a duration extender. Improved cooldown, not super necessary when it's finally at like an 8. If it's under 10 seconds, that's good. Just I feel like 10 seconds with whatever it is, the duration that it currently has, just a little long. But if you can make people feel like they constantly have the birds pecking at them, then you know you should be able to push them back. Spirit Lifesteal also very nice for slowly ticking up your health after you land birds on somebody. Really nice long range kind of regeneration that you can hopefully, especially at team fights, you know, when you land it on 3, 4, or 5 people, then you're sitting pretty. Lucky drop off the edge there. We're all trading damage. We're just trying to get the last hit on this tower, and we do. That was good. I like to think that was good coordination from the teammates there. We're all low health, but we're cycling in and out, trading off the damage, and we got it. So then we back up, do the thing. We of course can't tell that there are that many people in the lane.
Time to move.
Very lucky tether for me. Caught him right at the edge. And this is one of those things where we start talking about team fights and whatnot. I should have pinged Shiv so that the teammates could see a little bit better. But yeah, he was moving right into the middle of our formation to split us in half. But the teammates backed up, recovered pretty well from it. So, overall, the teams are even. Me and my lane partner are the ones who are down, unfortunately, and that means the people we were up against are the ones who are ahead. At this point in the game, it's still relatively even.
He's waiting to be claimed.
Feel like our left side is the strong side for them. They're like, you know, the right side is the strong side because, or at least for the long lane. The long lane, this lane is a straight line mostly. This hook right here makes it easier for the enemies to come in and push and fight, and then it's more difficult for you to defend because your line of sight goes out this way versus down the lane. Then, you know, everything's a mirror. So here's your long line of sight, and then their sharp turn. Up top, you know, we've got 2 guardians on our left at one of those times where gotta take the objectives. Well, it is what it is. We just got our flex slot, thankfully, and they got theirs. Sitting in the same spots in lane, it's not a good way to do it. You have to go around. You have to attack from the sides. You gotta move, do things differently. Yep, they responded. I don't think I get this one. So hopefully that should have been space created, and I will show a better example later on of 15-minute mark. But this is where the team dynamics really start showing themselves. You know, like, how does this person act in the team? Are they more afraid? Are they brave? Are they stupid? There's a spectrum, you know. You're doing stupid things because you're too confident, or you're not doing anything at all because you're too scared. You need to find that happy medium where you are aware and cautious, but still taking small risks. Or big risks if they're calculated with your team and discussed. So
You're not getting closer.
people are not taking risks in this game. And it's costing us. The enemy team is kind of understanding that they're able to run us over and push aggressively, and my teammates will respond by backing up. You in that situation has become the threat somewhere else. You have to show the enemy team that if they continue running down that lane, you're going to take a different lane and faster. Heroic Aura is really good for that.
I'm not backing down.
And you know, teammates paying attention is also really bad. We're ahead by one player, so we should be pushing. All four of us in these two left lanes. Talon, you know, covering the middle, which is good. But I see guys going back, so I'm gonna go back. Since everybody backed up, technically Infernus is too far forward at this point, but he can run away with his little fire run. Now I'm too far forward. See pocket, but I'm still gonna take these camps.
We'll deal with them.
Headed to Greenwich.
Going airborne.
Let's take out
Maybe we could
Hayes.
do it. Maybe we could get it
Stay put.
as a team. Feather, birds. Shiv is just good at rotating, good at responding, man. Been on this game, been everywhere. The team is finally kind of coalescing. It's not great. It's not great. You know, it's okay to have somebody firing down the corner, maintaining that angle, maintaining the dangerous angle, you know. I feel like we should have been able to kill Abrams before he got geist. It's just a 1-for-1. This is where the bad things start happening, you know. Yeah. They got 4 alive and we have 4 dead. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So this is what playing so passively shows the other team, that they can just completely run over you. They're 20k ahead of us now. The game is basically over at this point. Oh yeah, I forgot. Also, 3 people on my team disconnected and someone didn't pause because they were whatever the hell they were doing. I don't know. I had to say pause the game, repeated it, and I don't think it was gonna be a win anyway, but having 3 people disconnect simultaneously at the end, final nail in the coffin. Yeah, this will probably count just because Valve's system is awesome like that. And outside of it, I would have had a 100% win rate. And afterward, won 6 in a row. So we're at 80%, 81% win rate. I think you could technically round it up to 82.
Killing Haythorn was this easy.
But yeah, the point is, I would have had, coulda, shoulda. Oh, I'm sorry, it's actually an 86% win rate. Take it all back. 86% win rate. All right. So, going into this, we see that our team is trying to deliver the urn, but meeting resistance from the enemy team. So, what becomes necessary? We need to create space for our team. We need to become the threat. We need to draw everyone's attention away from what's going on. How do we do that? Make a lot of noise. Burn gets delivered, but I go down. But we get a kill. And then 3 for 1. And then maybe not tilting, but we're winning the mental game too.